Support for City Series boys football is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Welcome again to APS 15's coverage of Akron City Series football. This should be an excellent game here, one that will probably decide our City Series championship. As you can see the sign set up in the field, Let's Go Ellett Fighting Orangemen. We will have the Orangemen as they take on the next best undefeated team here in the City Series, and that's going to be the Buchtel Griffins. Both teams come in tonight 3-0, undefeated in the City Series. A little different story outside of conference, as Buchtel comes in 3-4 overall. Ellett comes in 6-1 overall, but this one being the key marquee matchup here in the City Series, as also covered here by APS 15, but also live radio and the Akron Beacon Journal, and just about everybody in the 15-mile radius is going to be covering this game, and that's why we have it here for you. My name's Dave Schick, and alongside me is Joe Pacansky, as we will have your play-by-play and color. And Joe, this is kind of one we kind of asterisked before that it was probably going to be our main matchup, and it certainly lived up to it, as both teams have played well. Certainly kind of our first coverage here for Ellett, but Buchtel we've seen a couple times before, and a team that's very quick, especially defensively, missing some pieces. Certainly I think they'd like to have senior Eric Rucker out there, but he's not going to be able to play tonight, but we've seen them do well and have flashes, especially in terms of scoring, being able to hit big plays that way.
Big plays. I've really been impressed so far with their defensive effort. They've really dominated the line of scrimmage in games we've played with that penetrating defensive style. That's been kind of the key for them. But for the Griffins, that's going to be the key tonight. And then one other thing on the Griffins' end is going to be limiting penalties. We've seen them up over 100 yards worth of penalties a couple times. That's going to be key for them to keep those down. For the Orangemen, it's going to be get off to a good start with their ball control offense, a team that was hit hard by graduation but still has a lot of skilled players, especially in the backfield, available. Games like this usually won on the line of scrimmage. Which defense or which offensive line is going to take control and keep control on a beautiful night for football?
Well, and we've seen in kind of the long-term trends of each of these teams, Buchtel always very fast, but sometimes undisciplined. On the other end, you usually have an Ellett team, very disciplined, very few penalties, very few mistakes, but sometimes lack that explosive athleticism. So that's why this is certainly the intriguing matchup, as Jarrett Jones kicks this one away. It's going to be kind of a downward spiral, hit at the 20-yard line. He's going to return it, come back to the 22-yard line. I'm sorry, about the 18-yard line. They'll take over there, as he didn't get a lot going on the return.
No surprise there. Number 24 standout, Javante Ray on the coverage, pins Buchtel deep in their own territory as that one bounced around. Jamie Rogers was the one to corral it. He could not get it going, and Buchtel going to take over deep in their own territory.
Certainly something to see here. Both, from what we've seen of Buchtel, able to sometimes get out early on that first offensive set, kind of catch you off guard with their speed. Let's see what they're going to do here.
And they do have Rucker in the backfield, partner.
Would they go long?
You're going deep.
Play left side, single coverage, out of bounds, and no flag down. Great coverage there by the Orangemen. Clavon Birch on the coverage there.
And Clavon there was a little bit of contact downfield, but he got the head turned around, partner. And Buchtel goes for the home run on first down, but well covered by Birch as he gets the head around, makes a play for the football. Any contact there certainly incidental.
Both of them looking for the ball. Tyler Flynn on the intended target. And now they go to an I formation now with no yards gained on the incomplete. And as Joe said, we thought it was going to be a scratch Eric Rucker, but he is out there. And I'm Not sure. Did you see the call, Joe? We have a penalty.
It's a legal snap, I think.
5-yard penalty. 2nd and 15 now. 11:47 here early here in the first quarter. But set themselves in a bigger hole and incomplete on the first throw. Now we get to run the second play. Same formation.
Boy, Ellett with 8 in the box. I mean, 8 at the line of scrimmage. They're showing we're coming.
And they do come. Coming into the backfield, a small gain there of about 3 yards. On the carry is Marquez Sams. He's going to be the junior coming out of the backfield at 6 foot and 205 pounds.
And
he is a junior.
Ellett's defense looks like Buchtel's there. 8 right at the line of scrimmage, daring them to throw the football.
3rd down and 12 now. On the carry by Sams. And an I formation again as they keep things in tight. We're like in a goal line stand going on here, as Joe mentioned, with the defense. Pitch out, trying to get around the corner. Great solo tackle as he takes him down. Still on his feet, still moving back, and the rest of the Orangemen come down. There is a flag down, though. Right where he came down on the carry again was the same Marquez Sams.
And not a good start for this Buchtel offense.
He's going to lose about 8
but
yards.
Buchtel clapping on that one.
So personal foul,
face mask.
That's going to move them forward.
15, but a big loss on the play.
It's not going to give them the first down, which I thought it was an automatic first down.
No, 15 after it was a loss. Well, let's see. It was a loss of 12, and then a 15-yard penalty.
They lost 5
for Ellett.
And they lost about 15 on the first play and the second play, and now they're back to 3rd and 9 with just under 11 minutes here in the first quarter. Rucker under center, surveying the defense. Going to run it again here, right side. Sams goes to the line of scrimmage and does not get any push, and it'll be 4th and 10.
A real conservative call there on 3rd down. A little surprised with that one, partner, but deep in their own territory. Again, this Buchtel team been relying on their defense, so yeah, 3 carries, nothing doing.
No positive yards offensively, but did take a big shot trying to hit the left sideline. Was Rucker going to Flynn, trying with a big play early. Now they're going to have to punt it away. Low snap, kick is away, up and high. Wobbling to the right side. He's going to run and try and catch it, but kind of squabbles it and does get it to
away from that ball, Mitchell.
Stay on the turf. Mitchell Carver on the return, and now the Orangemen will come out with great field position starting at the Griffin 46-yard line. They'll take over on their first offensive possession.
Turned out to be a good play by Carver, but it had problems written all over it, and we'll see how Garrett Haverstick, the sophomore quarterback, performs in this big game format.
So first possession here for the Orangemen, some motion moving in the backfield, and that's going to be Birch. Birch moves out, they hand the ball off, and they're going to have a loss of 2 on the carry. 2nd and 12 coming up for you. On the carry is going to be Jacob Ivory.
Yep. Derek Harvey in on the stop as that penetrating defense I've been so impressed with this year did not disappoint there. Loss of 1 on 1st down. I think both of these teams are going to dare the other to throw the football.
And throwing the football would be Garrett Haverstick in at quarterback. As I talked to Joe earlier, we had former quarterback Jake Fisher below us here for tonight's ball game to view it as he hands the ball off. Comes through the line real quick. It's 2 yards, and that's going to be Birch coming out of the backfield. His first carry sets up 3rd and 10 now.
Yeah, Brandon.
15 here in the first.
Brandon Tuck Hayden. That play where there was a hole there, but he ran into Tuck Hayden, and the 205-pound sophomore met him. You could hear the crack up here. 2-yard gain for Birch.
Derek Harvey, as well as Antonio Pickett and Jerron Martin in that middle of that line on the other side for the Buchtel Griffins, and Juan Decanter on the left side of the defensive end. Coming after here, the Orangemen now on a 3rd and long. Haverstick in the backfield, 4 wide, sends out, looking right, looking to throw on the flank. Caught it at the 41-yard line, goes down at the 40-yard line, and will set up 4th down and 4.
Good throw, good catch, but Bushner does a nice job of giving ground, but not giving too much. Reception on the play, Cameron Brake.
What number is Cameron?
5.
There you go.
We'll give them 6 yards, and we'll see here. Are they going to punt and pin? They are.
Yep. 8:18 here
Or
in the
attempt
first.
to.
0-0 your score here from George Otten Stadium in beautiful Ellett, Ohio. Here goes the Orangeman in his costume below us. You can't see him, but it looks great.
Fake.
Crowd. Fake going
It's
left
open.
side. Catches it for a first down, goes left side, and is going to be hit at about the 20-yard line.
Oh,
So
a little wrinkle there.
On the throw is going to be Mitchell Carver, and he sends it to Cameron Brake on the left side on the fake punt here on their first offensive set. 4th and short, they go for it.
And that's what it's going to take in a game like this. You can see both teams relying heavily on their defense. Good play call there in plus territory there. Even if they don't make it, partner, still they flip the script for field position a little bit. But it's not like they're in at their own 20 like Michigan State was last week when they went for it.
First down, just under 8 minutes here in the first. Haverstick under center, I formation, or offset I formation from our viewpoint here. Hard count, nothing there. Hands off right side, spins through, and another hard hit coming by this Buchtel line as Ivory just can't get anything moving.
That was O'Shea Foster that time on the takedown. Give him a couple of yards, and that's it.
2 big hits coming through that line for them as they're getting good jump. 2nd and 8 coming through the line, but about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, they're getting hammered.
I think both of these teams are well aware with what's at stake tonight.
Cameron Brake at the bottom of your screen. Split back formation, hands the ball off right side, and this time gets some space. And he's in a gain about 6 yards on the carry, and will set up 3rd down and 2 as we approach 7 minutes.
Yeah, Clavon Birch on the carry that time, and just good one cut there by Birch as he ran off of his right guard. 3rd and a short 3 now for the Orangemen. Watch for another maybe hard count. Try to get Buchtel to jump off sides here.
Buchtel looking to bring the pressure. Haverstick under center, hands the ball off, trying to get through the line. He gets a good burst through.
2nd effort.
And I think he is going to get a first down. Yep, he does. So Ivory comes to the line, gets him a first down. It's going to be just short of 1st and goal. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11.
Yep, needed 3 and got 4 there.
There is like literally maybe a half yard between the first down marker and the goal line. But 1st and 10 now for the Orangemen. At the top of your screen, Cameron Brake is going to be your offset wide receiver to the top. Looking to hand the ball off, spins, nice job spinning away from tacklers and gains about 5 yards on the carry does Birch, Clavon Birch the senior.
Having a little more success on the right side of that line as Ellis ran right every time but one tonight, partner.
6 minutes approaching here in the first, 0-0, and the Orangemen looking to knock on the door and get in this end zone. Looking for another run coming right as you see the wide receiver up at the top left of your screen. Oh, the run left this time. And he's going to come through. He's going to get about 3 yards on the carry and set up 3rd down and short.
Have to spend where they spot that, though, because,
About 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, not much on that one,
5
maybe a yard.
He took about 2 steps back after his original spot. Referee there at the top of your screen. Play coming in.
Ellett signals their plays in from the sideline.
I formation now. Looking for a stand are the Griffins. Looks to roll left, has a man there, throws it back of the end zone,
Wide
and it's
open.
in there. Touchdown Orangemen as they're able to get it in. Mitchell Carver, is that our catcher?
It was, yes
Yeah.
it was, having a great start here.
Coming from Garrett Haverstick here with 5:03 here in the first quarter as they're able to get it in.
And why the play action works, because they were able to successfully run the football there. Nice play fake by Haverstick as he gets that cornerback to bite, sell hard on the run, and they hit Haverstick on the backside drag there. Extra point.
Set up
And
for the
whistles
extra
will
point,
stop
and
it.
Whistles and flags up.
Thank goodness for Ellett they called a false start because that one got stuffed back into next week.
I read an article that blocked punts in general at the NFL are up compared to last year. And
Such
the year
an
before.
exciting play, too. I love it.
But they said that returns were down for punts and kickoffs.
Huh.
As far as
Well, that's
yardage
because so
for
many
return.
guys kicked the ball out of the end zone.
But even for punts, they said the most people fair catch. And that's bringing it down. Looking up for the extra point here. Certainly don't want the same thing. Snap is good. Ball is up.
It's
and
good.
it is good. 7-0 your score here with 5:03 left here in the first quarter. So the first drive for the Orangemen goes 46 yards into the end zone. And they're able to get their first points here in the game and certainly can take control as they like to. But now the Griffins will come out hoping to have a little more success compared to negative yards in their first drive here at George Arden Stadium here in Ellett.
Well, Carver, the key figure on that possession. The big fourth down, fake punt call on 4th and 5 as Carver hit break for a 20-yard gain, and then Haverstick returns the favor on the 3rd and goal with a great play action fake for the touchdown. And a real nice start here for the Orangemen. 3 and out for them, and then very well executed fake punt and score. They're up early.
And a gutsy play. Certainly had field position, but in the first quarter to go fake punt. Certainly something they practiced. And looking to kick this one away, and he does. Jarrett Jones touches the man at about the 28-yard line, picks it up at the 26, runs left, really has no blockers, cuts back inside. Great return for what he was given. Turns down and gets to the 29-yard line on the return. It's a return of 11 yards. Certainly more than he expected. Bobble, and able to get something out of nothing.
Yeah, one of the Ellett gunners on that play over pursued just a little bit, and that allowed Jones to get Buchtel in much better field position to start in this possession.
So last time around, negative 12 yards was their outcome in a punt.
They
Now
tried to
we're gonna do a
pound the
little
line
more
of
here.
scrimmage in that first possession. Let's see if maybe I like when they spread it out and let Rucker do some running.
And
Trap
this
play.
time, much better push. They're going to get 5 yards off their first run. As the Griffins, some positive yards on this one. That offensive line gave them a great push. And I believe it
Marnell
is
Turner.
Marnell Turner, the runner.
His first touch. Turner with good yardage on first down.
Turner, the senior, at 5'10", 200 pounds.
That was a
Brings
little
them
fullback dive play there, partner.
Eric Rucker under center, I formation, hands the ball off to Sam. Sam's running right side, trying to get around the corner. On his back, continues to go, and he gets past the first down marker. That'd be a second play of 5 yards additionally for a first down, but the spot looks short from where
I
he's
think
at.
maybe a yard short, or
The bottom says first down. The top now
First
confirms
down.
first down. So 2 plays, 5 yards each, and a first down as they get to the 40-yard line. And this is a Buchtel offense that we saw the first couple of games here of our coverage on APS 15.
that was a nice job on that right side by the receiver on that side, sealing off the line of scrimmage. I think it was Tyler Flynn out there with a good block.
Arnell Gable at the bottom of your screen. He won't see the ball as they're handing the ball off left side.
Fumble.
And we have a
Gave it
fumble
right
goes
to
the
him.
other way. And the Orangemen will take over with
Oh.
outstanding position again right at the 41-yard line. So they got it at the 48 and the 41.
I think it was Matt Cody on the recovery.
Matt Cody on the recovery.
21.
We'll listen here in the press box. We're trying to figure it out. There's a bit of a scrum. 4:07
They gave
here in
it
the
right
first
to him.
quarter.
The handoff was intended for Marnell Turner, and he never had it. He never got a hold of it. Matt Cody with the recovery.
Wide receivers, top and bottom of your screen, hand the ball right up the center, and what a burst. Goes right on through for a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, they've had more success giving it to the first man through Clavon Birch.
He's
7
got
yards.
great speed.
He hits that hole fast.
First 2 yards, he gets up to full speed, it seems like. So right when he gets to that line of scrimmage, like a lightning bolt coming out of a bottle. 3:42 here in the first, 7-0. Orangemen up I formation. Looking to hand the ball off again. He does. And breaks one tackle and will get 4 yards on the carry. As he's still going. Watch out. But they called the ball dead. Gets to the 30-yard line. That would be a first down. It is shown there as Ivory continues things going. So the same thing we saw last time with the Griffins.
Worst possible start too, Dave, for Buchtel, because if you let Ellett to get ahead, you allowed them to continue playing ground and pound, and then it allows their play action to game to be so successful.
Motion coming up, and that's going to be break, top of your screen, hand the ball
Trap
off.
play.
Trap, nice spin. And really with both of them, another gain there of 6.
It was too. Bushner makes a nice tackle and then walks right over, and you cannot do that against this Ellett football team. Two-year champions of the City Series and looking for their 3rd consecutive playoff appearance. You just can't do it today. They're too good for that.
So we will attack the personal foul on top of the play.
5-yard run and another 15 on the penalty.
So that will get them to the about the 13-yard line. 3 minutes here in the first, and we're still moving the sticks at the top.
And
unfortunate certainly for them, but I've seen a lot of spin move by Birch and a little less by Ivory, but coming in that line of scrimmage, taking contact and then trying to spin away.
Yeah, they're not doing a good job of wrapping.
Split back, and just like that, Birch gets wrapped up in the backfield. Tackle on that is Terrence Gaynor.
That's going to be a loss of about a yard.
A loss of a gainer.
So that way he either didn't get to the hole, or because he had nobody out there to block for him. Gaynor comes untouched from that cornerback position.
Coming up on 2 minutes here in the first quarter. 7-0 Orangemen. Their first drive, 48 yards into the end zone. Haverstick rolls right. Looking short, gets it 2 feet in and hops out of bounds on a nice little play by Clevon Birch.
Yep,
Moves
more play
sticks.
action.
Not sure how much he got. 1 yard on the pass. That's what we're saying.
That's it?
That's what they're saying. Yep, 1 yard. Not a real deep route. Stops the clock at 2:08.
No, I wouldn't call that effective.
That's a bad gainer.
3rd down, they're going to go from the shotgun for the first time.
Top of your screen, Ryan Jarvis split out. Haverstick's company in the backfield.
Nope.
Direct snap. Coming
Reverse.
back the other way. He's going to run it. No, looking to pass. He's going to keep it and hit. He's going to get probably about 4 yards on the trick play. And Ryan Jarvis got the end around, sets up 4th down.
He had a chance to throw on that too, partner, but well defended by the Griffins. They did a really nice job of staying home, especially DeAndre Andrus from that defensive back spot stayed home.
They're going to set up for a field goal.
Heck yeah, get yourself up 2 scores here.
That'll be about 26 yards.
It'll be the left footer Jarrett Jones on the attempt.
Ready to snap
Break
right
will
away.
hold.
They get there quickly. Snap. Kick is up, but looks still short. And it is.
Yeah, he got that thick.
It is no good on their second attempt. Missed field goal. So from 26 yards out, they weren't able to convert. So no points on the board. Stays 7-0 with 1:16 here in the first quarter.
So a nice hold by the Griffin defense to keep this at a 1-score game, and the turnover doesn't hurt them.
Almost seemed like they lined up a little short, and he seemed like he rushed the kick a little bit.
Yeah, did not get.
Not a far enough snap back to have some time to
Didn't look
really get
smooth.
enough strength. Kicking it through. Regardless, what do I know? I barely kicked any field goals. Now looking to come back on the momentum shift are the Griffins, and they're getting momentum on this one as they have a big run on 1st down. They'll have 20-yard gain by Sams as he comes out of the backfield and just trounces over the
Everybody, even his own teammate.
I always love seeing that. They're running so well. They got a guy in front of them that just, Go over there.
I love those guys that would follow their blocker and kind of push them where they want to go. That time he just kind of almost ran up his back, but by far the best play of the ball game as Buchtel went into the shotgun there in a little read option.
Well, you know the guy that's in front of him, like, I'm running as fast as I can. He's running right behind me. He's so fast. Fakes it. Big stiff arm Rucker. Doesn't have anywhere to go, and he breaks through a couple tackles, and he'll come down. A loss of 1 yard on the carry. Sets up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you why. The snap's got to get back there quicker, and the Ellett defensive line is they're in the backfield instantaneously. This offensive line going to have to do a lot better job holding their blocks. Rucker with no chance there.
Might get one more play off as we got 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. So they have to get one more play before the first quarter ends. They're going to come up with Carl Thomas and Aaron Sims at the bottom of your screen. Wide it out. 4 wide for Rucker. 8 seconds left. Snaps the ball, looking left. Pressure coming.
No chance.
Nowhere to go. Sacked in the backfield as Joe Williams and Marquez Smith team up to get orange and blue all around Rucker, and that'll end the first quarter here from Ellett with the Orangemen up 7-0 here at the end of the first quarter. Want to let you know that City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, with student opportunities in visual arts, including drawing, painting, ceramic, sculpture, photography, and computer design. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. See, we missed a week. We're not even off beat.
No, we're ready.
City Series football also right here on APS 15. It's also supported by Akron Public School Career Education Department, where Akron students have access to over 1,000 different apprenticeships and can earn national credentials in career education programs before they graduate from high school. For more information, visit apscareers.com.
Well, story of the first quarter, partner, the fake punt, which we mentioned, but really the story is the domination of the line of scrimmage. And while it's not going to show right now that much in total yards, the Ellett defensive front and offensive front has just been more crisp than Buchtel's thus far, bringing up a 3rd and long situation. You got to give Eric Rucker some time to throw the football through the Griffins.
And with just 30-plus positive yards.
Incidental contact there.
Incidental, and seemed to slip on the incomplete from Rucker. Pass intended for Tyler Flynn.
And what they're doing, partner, is a great job, really almost a throwaway there by Rucker. They're kind of collapsing that pocket on him, but in doing that, they're not giving him running lanes either.
Yeah, they're still
because we've seen him hurt teams.
The center of the pocket, so he can't release from there. So it is going to be 4th down and 17. My apologies for not opening on the last one. He's going to kick this one away. Has time. Ooh. Nice kick.
Yeah, under
hit
some
at the
pressure.
35, picked up at the 27, trying to return it. Goes up the right side. Big block.
Yeah, big block. It's going to bring it back.
Yeah. On the return is Mitchell Carver. And I think we have a block in the back.
How many times do we see that on the return game?
It looks nice.
You know why? Because it's always in the open field.
Yeah.
It's easy to see.
Yep.
And hard to ignore.
And it hurts when you get hit.
Oh,
it hurts.
That's going to take them back. And Buchtel doesn't do much offensively, but they do flip the field here. And they're going to rely on their defense. And if you're Ellett, you got to take care of the football and continue to move the chains.
You have to think their first down, they gained 20 yards on the run by Sams, and then they got nothing, an incomplete.
And a sack, yeah.
Yeah.
3rd penalty already for the Orangemen. But luckily, both of them happened at, post-possession or when it was a 3rd and 24. It didn't hurt him because Buchtel still faced 3rd and long. In Buchtel, they got to do a better job on 1st and 2nd down. They've been 3rd and 17, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 20 all day so far.
Bottom of your screen, Cameron break. Looking to toss the ball, and he does. Trying to get around the end. Hot pursuit coming by the Griffins. Good one-on-one tackle there as he wrapped him up. He is going to gain 4 yards on the carry.
And you say where's the DB on that side? Well, when you're playing man-to-man coverage and the receiver does a nice job of getting downfield and getting out of there, you have a lot more room to operate. Who was that on the run, partner?
I had Ivory on the run and DeAndre Andrus on the tackle.
You got it.
Andrus looks hurt. He's coming off the field, and I'm surprised I didn't get a flag because he came off late.
That's a good job. Buchtel finally stopped that trap play.
2-yard carry. I don't think the referees were watching. He's still on the field when Haverstick hiked that ball.
3rd and a long 2 now for the Orangemen. Boy, Buchtel defense needs a 3 and out.
10 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the second quarter. 3rd and short. Haverstick moving Ivory to the other side of the split backs in the backfield. Looking to go to him, he does. Has to break a tackle one-on-one, can't do it. And the rest of them come along and take him down. And they were looking for a flag on the second hit.
No.
But
good football hit.
Still was not down. First guy wrapped him well.
Yeah, and you can't call helmet to helmet on that. That's just a good hit. Nothing cheap.
Some good tackles by the Griffins. One-on-one trying to stop guys. Really good job of wrapping them up, not just looking for that hard hit. They've had a couple, but mostly it's a hard hit and then a wrap.
Yeah, that was a great job by the.
Snap is a little to the right. He's not kicking it right away.
Doesn't have to. No
time.
Rush.
Goes to the right side, hits at the 41.
Get
and then
away.
A roll to the 42. I really thought maybe it was another trick play because he kind of caught it, kind of set himself again.
See, and that's well scouted. They know if punt returns on, they have time to do that. It looks like they were well prepared for that, but no return. Decent kick, but Buchtel with their best field position starting wise tonight. Let's see if they can do something this time.
7-0 your score here. Just under 10 minutes here in the second quarter. The Orangemen able to score in their first possession. But now we're kind of getting into the gridiron of the game. And looking to hand off the ball, and they do on the trap. And there's a big scrum there, and the scrum has moved ahead. A nice spot of 5 yards. I can't believe he got that much.
Turner kept those legs.
It looked about a 3-yard game, but let's see where the spot is. Man, they are going to give him 5 yards.
Yeah, he just kept the legs moving, partner. Best gain on first down of the night for the Griffs. Other than that,
who'd you have running the ball?
Turner.
Turner, okay. Marnell Turner still in the backfield. He won't get it this time. Sams will. He gets a good rush through, and will get 4 yards on the carry. And just as you had said, you need to get something positive on first down.
Oh,
but another fumble. The ball came out somewhere. You can't see it on our screen, and I didn't see it. Did you see it, Joe?
28 on the recovery. Jarrett Jones on the recovery. It came down late, partner. I'm not sure. I don't know if he was down, but he was certainly on his way down. Sam's the ball carrier.
He fumbled it.
They were stripping at it. Well, no. Turner fumbled the other time.
So Turner and Sams each with a fumble.
Or actually, you know what? Was it Turner or was it Spencer that fumbled the other time? He never had the handoff, though.
Okay. So at the midway point of the field,
2 turnovers.
2 big turnovers on what were positive plays running the ball for the Griffins. So the Orangemen trying to push this momentum.
One thing we saw about Sams, he tends to hold that ball away from his body, and it looked like they were trying to strip at it the whole time.
Joe Williams in motion, hands the ball off to Ivory. Ivory will get 3 yards on the carry and will be dragged back, but forward progress gives him 3 yards.
Yeah, they went direct snap there to Ivory.
2nd and 7, just under 9 here in the second quarter.
But 2 big turnovers so far. Fumbles. Both recovered by Ellett. One by Cody, one by Jones.
The discipline of Coach Yost, no turnovers, 1 penalty, right?
They got 3, but they haven't hurt. They haven't been game changers.
Few penalties, we'll say. Let me change that.
Play action. Oh, there's the fumble. Who got it, though? Still going after it. I think Buchtel got it.
Terrence Gaynor on the sack. But the fumble
yep,
comes
Buchtel's
out,
got it.
And Buchtel's got the ball back. And this is what I never understand, Joe, is you have someone like Terrence Gaynor, he makes a great sack, but then he's celebrating. He ran right away from the play where the ball was dropped.
The sack.
It almost cost him by not being there.
O'Shea Foster with the recovery. O'Shea Foster on the recovery.
Wow.
O'Shea Foster.
And then it has some energy in their legs now are the Griffins as they come in 8-17 here in the second quarter. They're down just one touchdown, a missed field goal.
What a momentum change. Just a crushing blow by Gaynor too on that
no pass
blitz
protection there.
Yes,
yeah.
from the strong safety spot.
Rucker looking for the ball, high snap, looks right, looks left now, looks right again, goes for the big play, one-on-one coverage, trying to get separations, and he'd roll into the end zone. They're going to mark him down.
At the goal line?
And that's a tough mark there. Why are they marking him there? He rolled on his
no
back
idea.
and he wasn't touched.
Number 9 might have got away with a little bit of a push-off there, partner.
So a 40-yard pass from Rucker.
Bomb.
And who did he send it to?
Number 9, which was Jamie Rogers. 42 yards to hit pay dirt here. Now they got it inside the 1 yard line.
And now they need that push, and they need Sam to keep that ball.
I go right behind my center. And that's what he did, easy.
And he's in for a touchdown.
He just followed Marcus Cunningham right being the 6'1", 320-pound center. Got right behind him. Easy score for Buchtel, and momentum has flipped as they have a chance now to tie this thing up.
And Rucker, the big play of that, at 42 yards to Rogers, as well as a 1 yard run for the touchdown. Here with 7:48 here in the second. And looking to set up an extra point. And this has not been a strong suit we've seen from the Griffins, is being able to hit extra points.
Pretty good kicker, though, this year.
So needs this one to tie it up. The holder is going
Devin
to be
West.
Cade the third. Snap is in, snap is missed. Sets it up, but he can't kick it now.
That was Cade. Could not get it down.
So it remains 6-0 on the missed PAT.
Muffed snap there, and once you do that.
Caught it high, had to come down, didn't get it set. The kicker was already in motion, had nothing there, and that will turn it over. So with 7:48 here in the second quarter, 7-6, it stays with the Orangemen still in the lead. Just holding on by a miscue by the Griffins to try and get that extra point.
So they hit the big one there, but I'd like to see Buchtel maybe that sets them up now to maybe go in the air and maybe some shorter throws, some screens, or some of those stop routes on first down.
Yeah,
which will loosen up this Ellett defense because they're just peeling back and come. Really, both teams are peeling back, and
they've had 3 big plays, but nothing short in the passing game. They've been just trying to hit the big one. They've had 2 incompletes. One was for probably about 28 yards. The other one was incomplete, and then they finally
hit the jump ball. And there's nothing wrong with doing the jump ball once or twice a quarter. I mean, when you got athletes and going for it. What's the worst that can happen? The ball's picked off right on your own goal line. But the best happened there, the catch and then the run in by Rucker. And now it's back to see what the defense can do and how does Ellett respond to their first adversity in this ball game off of the fumble by Haverstick on the play action.
They're going over the line as he kicks it. That's what they're looking to call. The ball is going to be taken to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like
Buchtel's coming over that line of scrimmage before he kicks that ball. They're lining up too close. Usually most teams line up at that 35-yard line and then run the last 5 yards in. But they're at like the 33, so they're almost a yard or two past that line as he kicks the ball.
I've been on teams that have done it twice in a row. So you had to kick like 3 times. Yeah, you don't usually win on days like that.
No flag down.
Gotta love the aggressiveness.
Looking to hand the ball off.
And they're getting nothing outside. Again, Terrence Gaynor. Seems like Buchtel has just a lot better idea of what Ellett's trying to do right now.
Their 6th drive here in the game.
And really that defensive stop, and then Ellett misses the field goal. They go down 14-0. I mean, this game looks a lot different right now. That stop gave the Griffins some momentum.
5th drive. 7:06 here in the second quarter. Haverstick under center. Looks to go right side, hands the ball off, gets to the line of scrimmage, and will gain 4 yards on the carry. Does Ivory.
Kendrick Johnson comes up and drills him that time. Good gain by Ivory.
First two drives, able to get great yardage. One turned into a touchdown, the other a missed field goal, and then punt and a fumble for the Orangemen. Now, which will it be?
Third down conversion looks like
A great
third and about 7.
Great long drive here would eat up the rest of the clock of the quarter. Haverstick spends a lot of time trying to get the ball snapped, and it's going to be thrown to right side. He's not there, but we have a flag down right around the line of scrimmage. I thought there was some contact around the 38-yard line in pass coverage. 6:15 here.
And decline that if you're Buchtel.
No, it'd still be third down. And
yeah, you decline it.
6.
Decline it would be 3rd and 15, but why when they're going to punt? Come on. You don't give a team. You don't give a team an extra chance. Now, if that's on this side of the field, then you might take that penalty because they might go for it.
So 4th down and 7. They're looking to kick it away. Snap is right into his hands. Takes time. Almost too much time.
Yep.
Almost got it blocked by Gaynor. Ball hits at the 42 and will stop at the 30-yard line. And the Griffins will take over.
Better not be playing around too much back there.
With 6 minutes here left in the first half to try and get some more points on the board.
Another nice hold by the Buchtel defense. Now it's going to be up to the Ellett defense to impose their will. Thought there would not be a ton of scoring in this ball game. A couple of big plays, but a couple of turnovers.
I'll be interested to see whether Buchtel comes out passing again. We saw them the first play of the game, went for a big pass. They were able to connect on the last pass. I wonder if some of that confidence in their passing game is what we're going to see here as they line up. A big 20, 30-yard play will get them in deep into Orangemen territory. They go safely with the run. That will get them 1 yard.
Back to Turner.
Turner on the run. Sets up now 2nd and 9. 5:41 here in the second quarter. And each team has scored 1 touchdown in each quarter. But the Griffins looking to get their second. Probably taking the rest of the quarter to do so. Rucker looking left.
There it is.
Wide open. He's got a first down. He's got 15-20. Cuts back inside. 25-30. 35. He goes down. A 36-yard gain for the Griffins on the catch. And just as we had mentioned, a nice shorter passing route. I did not get who caught the ball, Joe.
Number 13, Ronell Gable. And there was that stop route we mentioned a little bit down the field, but Ronell Gable with a nice reception and a big yak afterwards, yards after catch.
15 yards after the catch. Throws on the toss, and he misses him. And he's going to come back. He's going to lose 15 yards on the sweep play.
We saw that last week, too.
Well, it looked like he was going to take it the whole time, and then he kind of tossed it real low and lost his strength on it when he got hit.
So we'll give the loss of yards to Rucker because of the bad pitch. Loss of 14. Sam's recovered that fumble.
As a pass? For who caught it? Who caught the last pass?
Ronell Gable.
13. Ronell Gable.
We got it.
Staff up here.
We got it.
Team players. 2nd down and a long.
A lot. Oh, nice draw play.
Give Sam. He'll get 8 and
Man,
9
he's running
yards
hard
on the handoff as we get to, it was 2nd down and 24, so we'll be at 3rd and 15 as we approach 4 minutes.
And again, the 3rd and long for the Griffins off the miscue, but at least they didn't turn it over that time.
Well, and if you hadn't had a miscue, you'd be right there about 1st down. Sam's been running the ball really well. If he was able to catch that and possibly get something out of it.
And I think I'd take a play out of Ellett's book here. You don't have to get it all in this down. How about a stop route again? Just get most of it back, see if you can add some yards after catch. Then you're in 4-down territory.
They're not playing deep either. Looking left. Rucker has time, goes short. But
that was the attempt, but he kind of rushed the throw.
Yeah, into the dirt. Goes left side. Can you see who it was intended for? Harvey? Derek Harvey Jr., I believe, was intended for.
I think you're right. 4th down, they're going to punt here.
I'm like old man Owl up here. I can see it all.
Who's old man Owl?
Me. I can see it from over here.
You are the oldest 30-year-old I know.
4th down and 16. Kick is away. Wow, he nailed it. And for some reason he touched it. I don't know why. Ball is down. Griffins should be right there to get it. And they're saying they got it, and the official says it too. 3:22.
That's twice
on
today.
On the kick, they fumbled it.
They got the break the first time, but you could see just going away from him. And that ball was inside the 10-yard line, and the old adage is inside the 10, leave it go.
It was going to go into the end zone.
I have no idea who we covered that.
I do not. Great coverage there, and now they move right into the 11-yard line for 1st and 10. They have about 2 yards, let's say. And they could get another 1st down as they get in. They hand the ball off.
Nothing doing.
And they'll get it. Still, wow.
He fumbled. No, he fumbled, and Sam's jumped on it.
He jumped on it for 8 yards.
Yeah.
2nd down.
So Turner fumbles or laterals, fumbles, and Sam's Johnny on the spot.
He's so quick.
I'm like, what's he doing? Oh, he's going to get the football. Great presence of mind. That's a game saver type play right there.
2nd down and 4, they're saying.
Boy, Buchtel's got to do a better job of hanging on to the football.
Rucker handing the ball off. They go to
give it to him
this time. And he is close to the end zone at the 1-yard line. This would be 1st and goal, as he is about a half a yard away.
And if I'm Buchtel here, I take as much time as I just take my time here.
Push. A great punt that probably, if it would have if he would have let it hit the grass, it would have gone in the end zone. It was sailing. Tries to catch it and run right side and not able to hold on to it. Now it could turn into points. Rucker under center. He's going to go right behind the center, and he'll get his 2nd touchdown of the day. Rucker 1 yard out for a touchdown as he gets in and makes it 12-7.
So what's the key in this ball game, partner? 2 Ellett turnovers that have led to all the Buchtel points. Just taking advantage of those turnovers. 2nd 1-yard scamper for Eric Rucker.
And they gave it over with 2 fumbles themselves, the Griffins, and now
I'll go for 2 now.
The Ellet Orangemen have been doing it by giving the ball back to them, and they've made the most out of it with their 2nd score. 2:25 here in the 2nd quarter, and they need to go for 2 now. They missed the first BAT with a bad snap. Didn't even get it in the air. Rucker now under center. He wants this one because he needs it. Looking right. Has a man there. Throws to him, catches it, and he gets in for the 2-point conversion from a couple yards out. Can't see his number because it's kind of off to the side. 34?
Yep, 34.
All right, 34, Brandon Tuck Hayden. He gets the catch for the 2-point conversion. And, folks, we got a great game. We said it was going to be this way, and it's exactly what we forecasted. Like Dick Goddard out here nailing a forecast. 14-7 with a great ball game here from beautiful George Auten Stadium here in Ellett. Dave Schick, Joe Bukansky have this City Series action for you.
And now if you're the Orangemen with 2:25 and all 3 of your timeouts left, you got to think about what do you do. It doesn't usually play in your hands to go for it, but to go hurry up offense. But I think depending on field position here, I think they got to take a couple shots, if not down the field, at least with some screen game or something a little bit different, because after their quick start, the Buchtel defense has kind of imposed their will and taken over this game here in the 2nd quarter, forcing the 1 turnover on the big sack and then the mental error, which leads to the 2nd turnover. Buchtel take advantage of that short field.
Devin West looking to kick it away for the Griffins. This time definitely staying behind that line as we talked about earlier. This ball is going to go right on out of the end zone, and they'll take it over from the 20-yard line as no time comes off the clock. 2:25 here in the second quarter.
So we'll see what Ellett does. Do they stay conservative here? Or they try to open things up with 3 timeouts left. I think maybe relatively conservative until they will get the football to start the second half, unless they get that thing around midfield. But who knows? They're going to start in the shotgun.
Shotgun for Haverstick. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen with Carver and Brake. Haverstick looks that way, short route, little bubble screen. Brake breaks the tackle, stays on his feet, and will gain 7 yards on the catch.
Good execution, relatively safe play, gets him out of the hole.
2nd and 3.
Blake's third reception, partner.
2:10 here in the second quarter.
Haverstick a perfect 4 for 4. He's only thrown it for 20 yards, but
haven't had a positive drive since their second one in the first quarter. Now looking to do something here in the second.
No, short.
And we got some pushing going on, and luckily no flags. Both players being part of the
Let
push
them play.
party. And we're going to talk to both of them as they do.
Short. Oh,
Just
first down. You got to stop the clock then. And
First down, they move it. It was very
clock
close.
will stop until the chains move. I think a pretty good spot there.
No measurement for what will be a tight game.
1:42 and counting. I think another first down, they start using some timeouts.
Haverstick looks it over. Hikes the ball, rolls right, looking left. They let the line go. But incomplete pass intended for number 23, Kurt Jones, a sophomore, listed at 5'9", 165 pounds. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong side. Clevon Birch read the wrong side.
Yeah, looked like he just maybe looked upfield a little bit. It was a little bit behind him, but certainly catchable, I thought.
My fault.
You're all right,
read
man.
the book, the roster, nothing.
Stops the clock with 1:28 left.
We saw this play before. Look for Mitchell Carver up top of your screen. Last time he did an end around, and he also had the other one where he faked to try and pass. Doesn't do anything fancy. They do the trap, and he'll get 7 yards on the trap play. Does Birch.
Ellett takes a timeout.
Ellett will take a timeout to talk it over. Want to let you know that City Series football right here in APS 15 is supported by Akron Public Schools, offering open enrollment, which allows Akron students to transfer to other Akron schools for specialized studies. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Also, City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education Department, where career education programs are supported by industry-based standards identified by 30 different business advisory groups. For more information, visit apscareers.com. Multitasking. I make Joe take stats, and I make him say .com on our 2 websites we have to read.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
I just sit here and tell you what it looks like because you have a TV and you can see for yourself. So it is the easier end of the spectrum. 3rd and 5 now, 1:20 off the timeout. Coming out of it are the Orangemen. And he looks right, throws it hard to the sideline, catches it, and he will go out of bounds. A great catch by Cameron Brake and a good play call by Coach Yost to get a short yardage but a first down, moves the sticks, 1:15 here.
And a good throw. He had to throw it high and outside because it looked like he tried to undercut that route. You throw that low and in on the inside, that's going 6 the other way. Big conversion on 3rd down.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 now from the 42-yard line.
Still 2 timeouts left for the Orangemen.
Yeah, it does a great job getting out of bounds and stopping the clock. Haverstick again will stay in the gun. 3 wide. Looking left, looking right. Takes the snap, rolling left, looking, pressure coming, gets the ball up. It's not a tight spiral, and it's not thrown the right direction. The ball's intercepted at the 32-yard line. He'll go down at the 36-yard line. Intercepted by Tavares Bushner, I believe, number 3.
Yep.
INT, his first in the game for Haverstick.
And Haverstick didn't see it. You could see him hesitate because no one was open. A little bit of a force there by Haverstick, and the ball kind of fluttered and hung up there. And Bushner tried to not hold on to it, but he stayed with it to his credit. Now, Buchtel with 3 timeouts, what are they going to do? They got to at least go deep once,
I think they're going to be happy to get in up a touchdown.
That might be the case.
That's not a conservative play call for the Griffins. They're going to run the ball left side, but we've seen many fumbles this way.
They're going after it. Yeah, sometimes you got to give second effort, but sometimes you got to know when to get down.
7 yards on the carry for Sam, who's had a fumble already in the game. Both tailbacks have a fumble so far. And this would give, if they can get a fumble, the Orangemen would be in better position doing it this way.
I'm surprised that I may take a timeout there, really taking their time. I think they're happy to go in up 7.
Well, you're on that side of the field, and you've been coughing the ball.
Now they'll take one.
There you go. Waste a good 20 seconds.
I know, that's the thing.
All right, timeout Buchtel here as they want to talk over what they're going to do. City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering the International Baccalaureate program at Firestone High School. What is it? It's a rigorous 2-year program designed to meet the highest academic standards for any high school student in the world. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. It's like stereo.
So 3 first-half Ellett turnovers have led to flip the momentum after they scored the first touchdown, Dave, in a really good second quarter.
Well, and they've had
by the Griffins.
Their first 2 drives for the Orangemen were 48 and 42 yards. They weren't able to convert on the second one on a short field goal that didn't get through the uprights. But they haven't been able to put another good drive like that together.
Now, a couple first downs in this last possession through the air, but it's been the Buchtel defense looking more like the Buchtel defense here in the second quarter.
Daring them to pass is what they did. Rucker rolling out, has a man there, has to get around the corner. Got a lot of orange jerseys taking him out of bounds. And he will get back to the line of scrimmage, to the first down marker.
Yeah, he got a first down.
So he's going to be just past it, and we'll get a first down on a 2-yard carry with 22 seconds left.
And I'll tell you what.
And an interesting play call that you keep it in your quarterback's hands. You can make him take a hard hit going in when you're kind of letting the clock. Took a late timeout.
Hey, Chains, what's going on?
I don't know what they're doing. They're having a meeting over here.
Oh, they're going to measure. I think it's a horrible spot. I think it was a really good block by Aaron Sims on that busted play to give Rucker a little bit of room. I have no idea because I'm completely blocked on where the ball is.
I think it was the first down.
You can't even see it, and I'm
first down.
I'm still going to go with you. Yep. I'm not going against Dave Schick. He's hot. 22 seconds, 2 timeouts.
He ran right past where the marker was. I thought it was the line of scrimmage marker, and then just the wrong one.
Pick which DB you want to go at here. I'd go deep.
Yeah.
Or maybe
up.
intermediate.
You're up. I could see kind of letting everybody through and get a little short pass.
I go deep.
Play. Sam's, he's going to run the ball really
Play
well.
action up top.
Looking to run Sam's through the line of scrimmage, and we'll gain 3 on the carry.
See, they're at midfield.
2nd and 7, clock running.
Yeah.
And that will probably do it. I don't see any time
Yeah, I
out
don't
coming
think they're
in.
going.
Yeah, that's going to be the last play. They didn't call timeout, and we're
Nope,
running out
they're
of
going
time.
to let it go out. That's all right. They're confidence in their defense. They'll go in with the lead at halftime.
So at halftime, as Joe mentioned, we see the visiting Buchtel Griffins up 14-7 here in Ellett as the Orangemen will regroup, get ready for the second half here in the home stands here, as this is exactly what we thought it was going to be, a great matchup here in the City Series between these 2 great teams. And it looks like we are not done yet, Joe. Wait for it. What are we talking about?
They might have called timeout here with 1
timeout.
second.
That would be very odd. I have no idea what we're doing.
2 seconds. 2 seconds on the clock. Buchtel called timeout, so delete that.
Well,
and
guys, that's my closing.
well, you already
for
did
the
your
first
halftime
half.
wrap, just in case something crazy happened to
watch. Then come out and take a knee. Oh.
They're going to run it up the middle.
Well, folks, I've got nothing to tell you before we go into halftime. That's my pre-written speech for what I say going into halftime. Coach Yosh is still out there pretty upset.
Don't get a penalty, Coach.
I can understand why. There was no whistle.
No signal.
No signal. But there is a timeout apparently. And now a team that wasn't exactly prepared for another play.
4 deep coverage here. They're
stay in
as
bounds.
they should be. Hopefully they didn't watch USC play defense. That was one of the worst defense.
Yeah.
Guy was like this.
Sue.
Is the game on the line?
And they're not really spreading it out. This is the oddest thing. Okay, Rucker on a short pass to the left side. Sam stays in bounds and will gain 10 for what was really nothing. Thank you, Brookdale Griffins, for 2 seconds that we are not going to get.
Stat builder.
All righty, so that'll be it. 14-7, as we just said here at halftime. Joe and I will be back 2 minutes before halftime to give you a first half summary. We'll see you then. Welcome back here as we're just about ready to kick off here for the second half. Joe has our first half summary.
As Ellett gets set to receive the second half kickoff, they trail at 14-6. For the Griffins, 2 rushing TDs of 1 yard out by Eric Rucker, and Sam's the big on the ground, 9 carries, 43 yards. For the Orangemen, Clavon Birch leading the way on the ground, 10 carries, 36 yards. Break, 4 receptions for 40 yards. Carver with the big 5-yard TD reception is what that got them on the boards. Total yards in the ball game, Buchtel with 128, Ellett with only 91. Really a defensive struggle. And the big thing in the first half, 5 first half turnovers, 3 for the Orangemen, 2 for Buchtel. 2 of those led to Buchtel scores.
Slipped on the return, catches it at the 15. Will come to the 20, 25, and go down there on a 10-yard return for
Flag
Birch.
down here way upfield. The flag, you get the flag sorted out, and I'll let you know that also penalties, it haven't been a lot, but we start the second half with one. 3 penalties for 30 yards, and this is big for the Griffins. Only 2 first half penalties for 20 yards.
Holding on the Orangemen on the return.
And there is an injured player down.
It's going to be on Joey Shiplett, number 55.
Highlighter. You have one?
Oh, yeah.
You know I never bring one. Because I know that you always have your bag of goodies.
It is interesting how long we've been doing this. I usually bring the highlighters.
I bring one like to
binoculars.
the first game.
And then you bring you have your stat sheets for football, but I usually bring them for basketball.
Yeah.
And baseball, we bring our own. Because we both take stats because it's so slow.
You have time. Man, this is not working very good.
I got
you got a backup or what?
3 more in there. How many more you want? You want yellow?
I just want one that works.
It worked when I used it.
Yeah, I think it's been uncapped for like 4 days.
Maybe it just doesn't like.
Maybe I have to push harder. Maybe I'm too weak.
Maybe it just doesn't like bulldogs.
We're using the same pen though.
I got yellow.
Yeah, give me yellow. I'm blocked here. You better get this first down play.
Blue. I got blue, yellow. I'll take my green back. Ungrateful son. 1st and 10. On the return, off the hold. Hands the ball off, and we'll get about 3 yards on the carry. That by Ivory.
Yeah. Buchtel really done a good job. Held Ivory to only 16 yards in the first half.
And we talked about, I think Buchtel's done a good job kind of stopping the run, giving very little yards per run, kind of forcing them to pass. And you saw that they were kind of forced into passing it as Haverstick had the interception to Bushner there in the second quarter. Haverstick again under the center. 1 wide receiver up top, 1 down below. Split backs behind him. Looks over the line, hands the ball off. Birch trying to get around the outside, runs over 1 but can't get away from the other. And he'll have a gain of 6. Be very close to a first down, probably about a half a yard short. Yep. 3rd down and a half.
Got to convert here.
Deep in your own territory at the 26-yard line. And after a review.
Delay. We'll give it to him.
I agree to disagree. But 1st down for the Orangemen. They'll take the break as it breaks their way. 11 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Haverstick telling them what the play is. Claps his hand. Let's get to the line. They do. Looks it over. Under center. Split back. Just one wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. Looks to pitch. Ivory breaks one tackle on his feet. And a great job standing him up is Kendrick Johnson of the Griffins. He'll get a gain of 6 on the carry.
That's what you want on 1st down if you're an Orangeman fan. Ball security going to be real important. How's Haverstick, who had a nice first half overall, but he did turn the ball over twice, threw an interception, and a big fumble early on the big hit by Terrence Gaynor in that 2nd quarter that flipped the momentum. I mean, all 3 of Ellett's turnovers took place in that 2nd quarter.
At the bottom of your screen, it's going to be Brake and Carver. And Haverstick will hand the ball off to Birch. Birch gets through, still on his feet, and it'll be just short of the 1st down again.
I think he got it.
Well, I was wrong last time. It was about a half-yard short. Looks the same here. So a gain of 3.
You're right.
Now he doesn't even come in to prove me wrong.
Nah, he's short.
Half stick short.
I thought the spin move, he got it, but I don't think that it was a great spot.
3rd down and 1, 9:38 here in the 3rd.
This is Ellett football, though. Get positive yards on each play. Convert on 3rd and short. Can they do it again? Yep.
And they keep it in short as Haverstick will push forward. And he'll get the yard he needs for a 1st down, so a fresh set of downs here for the Orangemen.
If you can keep
crowd coming alive a little bit.
If you can run the ball successfully, you'll get these DBs to kind of nose in a little bit for Buchtel and then possibly double move or play action up top. Their best receiver has been
same
Cameron
formation
Brake.
About this time. Instead of under center, Haverstick will come back and hand the ball off. He does, breaks one tackle. He's got 10, 15, 20, comes outside, a gain of 23 on the carry for Birch. And he's going to get to the 42-yard line.
Nice carry by Birch, and with that, Ellett has almost equaled their first half rushing yards in 5 consecutive runs here in the 3rd quarter. So some halftime adjustments and getting back to their bread and butter. Let's see if they can continue. Their
first drive that they had in the 1st quarter had a lot of this. Now they're kind of going back to it. This time,
not there.
Not there as Ivory, no place to go.
Terrence Gaynor again up on run support.
And just kind of that creative play call. First drive went for 48 yards. Scored in about 7 minutes. The big play was a fake punt on 4th and short for a 1st down. And that got their first touchdown and lone touchdown that they got in the game. Certainly that first look to now was much different. They're looking to get back into it as they start a fresh half, to get back to how things were back in the day at 7:05 p.m. 8 minutes here in the 3rd. Looking right, has time, pressure coming, looking to drop it off, does, but loses 2 yards in doing so. On the catch is going to be Maurice Mackey. Ugh. Got fumbled up, getting it out.
Yeah, Samar Griffin read that, did a great job. So a little bend by the Buchtel defense, but 2 big plays brings up a 3rd and long for Ellett.
3rd and 13.
Ooh, get out of my head.
Up top is going to have Cameron Brake. He's caught 3 passes, I believe, so far already in tonight's game. Haverstick looking his direction, still looking for him. Pressure coming, and he gets sacked in the backfield. And a big sack at 10 yards as he's taken down.
Maurice Spencer.
Yep, Maurice Spencer, also Derek Harvey in on the pressure. And now 4th down and 23. Wow, the momentum's pendulum was swinging their way, and then it just got slammed back the other way as the Griffin speed came after him in the backfield. Looking to punt now, snap in his hands, takes his time, kick is away. A good kick, a long one, going to hit at the 20, bounce to the 15. They're going to let it go, but he's still in the way, 10-yard line, and it'll settle in there.
Good punt.
A great punt of 50 yards. Gets it to the 10-yard line, and they will take over there, so certainly not how they wanted to start.
Yeah, it's a big possession here for this Buchtel offense, and even more important for this Ellett defense here, pinning Buchtel. Last time they pinned him this deep, forced a turnover and led to a short field, which eventually led to a missed field goal. But this is how they started the game, playing deep field position, and eventually got that lead. A nice start to that possession, but as we've said before, this Buchtel defense is no joke. A lot of playmakers. Again, the big play there made on third down on the sack by Maurice Spencer.
And we talked about in the beginning of this game, this is pretty much City Series championship here. Both teams undefeated, played very well in conference. Buchtel, much worse record out of conference than Ellett. Ellett going, let's see here, 2-1 out of conference. With the Griffins, oh boy, 0-4.
Yeah, but if you look who they played, that's normal.
Very talented out-of-conference roster there. 2nd down and 7, 6 minutes here in the third quarter. Rutger has 4 wideouts, and doesn't use any of them. Has it to the ball, but he's got a fumble.
And that's the break you needed.
And went right back the other way. The Orangemen will take over on the 10-yard line. Can you believe it? And the crowd is up. You can say it went bad on the big sack, the loss of 10 yards. But wow, you get the ball at the 10-yard line now.
Plavon Birch
easily
on
had
the recovery.
A 40-yard advantage moving forward now by punting, getting good field position, and then letting them get it out of there. Who fumbled with us, Joe?
Oh, Sam's, but the reason he did is because Jared Jones was staring at him right and almost took the pitch from him, and it just caused the eyes to come up, and for the second time, great field position in their red zone off of a fumble.
Looking to run left is Ivory, and he'll get 7 yards on the carry to get first down. I'm sorry, 2nd and 4. 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, 2nd and do I hear a 3? Do I hear a 3? 3, 3, 4. 2nd and 4.
Just stop. Momentum changing again.
5:30 left here in the third quarter. 2nd down is 4, what they decided up here in the press box.
Got to punch it in if you're the Orangemen.
Set up on the left hash mark.
Go
2
play
wide
action
receivers
right here.
very far to the right. Looking to hand the ball off right side. Nowhere to go, still on his feet. I didn't hear a whistle. There was no whistle.
Said he wasn't down.
He wasn't down. No one touched him. And the Griffins are upset.
They're going,
he went down about the 8-yard line. No whistle down.
Did you see a knee down?
He didn't look down, but everyone stopped. But there's no whistle. He runs in for a touchdown, and it's on the board. You can't take it down once it goes there.
No, good for Birch to keep those legs pumping. He's having a huge second half.
Birch from 6 yards out for a TD. Here with 5:08 here in the third quarter. Looking to add the extra point. Snap is in, snap is down, kick is up. And it is good, and we're tied up here in Ellett. Orangemen 14, Griffins 14. And the drama continues here on APS 15 as a crazy fumble on the 10-yard line. Gives them great position, and then a weird play to get in the end zone. Kind of gets bumped, loses his feet, kind of rolls down, sits on his butt, gets right back up, and then runs right into the end zone because he ain't stopping until the whistle blows, and that's what every coach will tell you.
And what's the story of this game? Turnovers, 3 apiece, and both of them have led to 14 points, so I guess we're all even. Ball security has been big in this one. 3 fumbles for the Griffins. Ellett's put it on the turf twice and thrown an interception.
Well, a great game here in Ellett. Dave Schick and Joe Bakansky giving you a good game here as we expected it to be. Both teams 3-0 in the City Series. And we certainly had our star on tonight's matchup, kind of previewing these two teams would certainly be there. And Ellett looks very good, like they did in the first drive in the first opening drive.
That pendulum is flipped.
They're going back and forth, kicking this one up. This is a high kick. Going to
Good
be
kick.
at the 5-yard line. He does catch it. Comes up to the 15, and he'll stay there. And there's that whistle.
Ellett's got their mojo back, partner. You can see just the intensity on the sidelines. They're believing again.
So 1st and 10 now. Just 5 minutes here left in the third quarter. 14-14. Had to punt on their first series. The second one barely took any time off the clock to get it in. 16-yard line now, and Eric Rucker and the rest of the Griffins need to answer. Rucker under center, in an I formation, looking to hand the ball off. He does, cuts outside, stiff arm there, and he gets to the 18-yard line. So a gain of 2 for Tuck Hayden, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Tuck Hayden, the sophomore.
Had a big fumble recovery in the first half. Plays a lot on the defensive side. We saw him run the ball in a reserve role a little bit against Kenmore.
Top of your screen is going to have Tyler Flynn. He's coming back to the huddle, goes back up there. In motion is going to be Jamie Rogers. He comes up to the top of your screen. Rucker now his 2 wide receivers to his right. And he rolls that way, looking for both of them. Throws it as he comes back. Great job by the wide receiver coming back for that ball. And that went to Tyler Flynn, so an 8-yard catch. 3rd down and 2. 4 minutes now here in the third quarter. Went out deep and came back as his quarterback rolled right. Got a good catch there. 3rd and short now.
Third down. 3rd and 3.
And they're trying to keep it in deep. They do, and we got a first down, and he's off and running past the 50, 45. 2 guys there will take him down. But just like that, just rolls right on through. 40-yard run. Quick math.
25. Yeah, man, you're on it. 25 and 15, 40 yards.
40 yards for a guy that I just had to get his name right, Brandon Tuck Hayden.
He said, you'll remember now.
Yeah, hey, put me in the stat sheet. I got a big game.
By far the biggest play of
First
the
down
ball
and
game.
10, gets him into Orangeman territory.
Sam's back in.
Rucker looking to hand the ball off again. Sams goes right side. He breaks through, and he gets it, and he's in for a touchdown as well. So 45 yards answered by 35, and they get in for a touchdown. And excitement has come here in the stadium, but it's not on this side. It's on the side of the stadium you can see, because the Griffins come in and answer with a big touchdown.
And Buchtel, the last 2 plays, completely won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, just manhandling 2 big holes and a big answer by the Griffins as they go back on top.
And they're looking to set up for the extra point. Snap is in, pressure coming, kick is up, and it's no good. Second extra point they've missed today. This one did get up in the air. Lots of pressure coming from the left side, and that was by Birch and Cody Hoskinson. So with 3:12, they get a TD to take the lead, but only get 6 and make it 20-14. 20 kind of looks like, I gotta fix that. 20 kind of looks like a 6. I don't want to say something wrong later.
You never do that.
No, all the time. Just give me a bad name. I can butcher it on TV. It'd be great. I can do like Smith. Sam's I got. That's an easy one. Williams. It took me a couple of tries to get Haverstick right.
You got it.
3:12.
Well, I'll tell you what. We got a football game here.
2 big runs by the Griffins.
Out of nowhere.
And back-to-back at that.
And Ellett, who just had momentum, has got to be wondering what happened.
Short kick.
Slipped.
Hits at the 28.
I don't know what Ray was doing there. He looked like he might have lost in the lights.
Kick was high. So 2 big runs by Tuck Hayden for 45 yards, and then Sam's, the next play goes 35 yards. And that is how you get an 80-yard drive into the end zone, folks, by 2 plays. It's the way to do it. But they've seen it before.
What are you looking for?
My other paper. Oh, it fell down here on the floor. Looks to pitch the ball. Ivory. Sutter steps outside, comes back in, gets 3 yards, and finally goes down.
Looks like he could have actually bounced that outside. He chose to cut it up. Good gain on first down.
So those 2 big runs were what? They're only their second and third big run of the game. They had one other 20-yard run.
Yeah, 20, 35, 40. 75 yards on 2 plays. They only had a little bit more than 100 yards the whole entire first half.
When you talk about Buchtel football, big plays is what they tend to do. And you saw 2 of them there. Now the pressure swings back to the Orangemen. They hand the ball off. Birch comes in the line and will get 2 yards on the carry and set up 3rd down and 5 with 2:18 here in the second.
Big 3rd down play here. Birch 15 carries on the night already. Ivory with 14. They just go back and forth with those 2 mainstays.
Have her stick. Only one wide out at the bottom.
Big 3rd down play here.
Probably going to run a draw to the right. Draw to the right. Here it is. Draw to the right. Comes in through the line. And he breaks through just like we saw with the Griffins. Comes right side. Son speed 40. 35. Runs him over and goes down at the 30-yard line. And he's able to get 38 yards on the carry.
Big gain for Ivory. Been looking for that. Who's really been held down tonight.
Is that right, 38?
Yep, biggest gain of the night for the Orangemen.
Takes me about 6 games to get the math done that quickly in my head.
You're definitely in mid to late season form.
What are we doing?
Whistle.
And timeout Buchtel. After the big play, they don't want to see another big one come at them as they did for the touchdown. On the break, want to let you know that City Series football right here on APS 15. Supported by Akron Public Schools, offering the universal breakfast program to ensure a free breakfast for every student. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Also, City Series basketball. So, City Series football. We talked about basketball at halftime. City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering a free lunch for every elementary student and a free breakfast for every student. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com.
Nailed it.
Series football here on APS 15, also supported by Akron Public School Career Education Department, where students can choose from 30 different career education programs. For more information, apscareers.com.
Your turn.
Now someone's going to put in apsyourturn.com, and they're not going to get it, Joe.
Well,
it's not so specific.
I'm sorry, I'm working here. Sam's leads the way with 84 yards for Buchtel. Clavon Birch with 75.
Birch is going to get, try 74. He lost one on there.
And then his counterpart, Jacob Ivory, off of that big run is up to 68 yards. So it's been a running back's day. It really has. It's been that kind of a game.
Coach Yost has got his shorts on.
Oh, absolutely.
It's shorts weather for Coach. I think almost all winter is shorts weather for Coach Yost.
He does have a long sleeve top on, but
just in case he needs to sub in, he's got his shorts on. You're going to go right side here with Ivory. Nowhere to go. Flag down. That could be a helpful.
Are they going to call a horse collar there?
And right in his face. And, yeah, you got to watch out.
Kendrick Johnson did not like that call.
Yeah. He
Gainer again with another tackle. Boy, he's doing a nice job defensively. And it'll be a 5-yard variety.
You can't react like, you don't want to react like that in front of a referee, though.
Yeah.
So you get 5.
They're letting them play today.
Let's see. It looks like we would have had a gain of
3.
Yeah. Maybe a line of scrimmage plus the 5-yard penalty. Second and 7. 6. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. We got one more play probably before we get to number 4. Haverstick under center. And he hands the ball off right side. Great spin move by Ivory. He'll gain 3 yards on the carry. 3rd down and 3.
Took a page out of his partner's book, Birch, with the spin move.
And that's going to do it here for the third quarter. As we go into the third with Buchtel up here, 20-14, as they're able to get that one touchdown by 2 outstanding runs of 45 and 35 yards, but the extra point was missed, so they still remain vulnerable going in here. If they can get a score, do the Orangemen, and kick that one through, they could take the lead. Want to let you know that City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public School Career Education, where over 95% of students have passed the Ohio Proficiency Test or the Ohio Graduation Test and earned a high school diploma. For more information, go to apscareers.com.
Right now, partner, biggest play of the ball game, 3rd and 4 from the Buchtel 25, and we have the quarter break to set it up and talk about it. Ooh. What do you think here? Is this 4-down territory? You're going to run it twice? Great time for play action. Oh, I'm telling you, a screen or play something, because this Buchtel defense is going to sell out run here. You know they are. What do you do? Do you go with your bread and butter?
I think you're going to do 3-down territory, because I think you're trying to get one more first down, and then you can kick a field goal. You might be able to kick a field goal.
No, they're not kicking a field goal.
I think they can kick a field goal.
They are not kicking a field goal.
I agree to disagree. Respect. 3rd down and 4.
They want the lead.
Hands the ball off. Birch comes through.
Works.
What a great dive forward. Gets about 5-6 yards, and hello, first down. Orangemen, as they continue on, they get to the 18-yard line and get 1st and 10. I want to let you know we have a great game coming up for you. Next week, it'll be a good one. North at Kenmore. We'll continue our coverage here on APS 15. And then we'll have, what is it? We do have Ellett again in 3 weeks versus Garfield. That should be good. This one is a classic in the making. Looking to hand the ball off to Ivory, and he will get
maybe 2.
4 yards. 2nd down and 6. It's hard to see.
I don't think that's 4.
They have 2nd and 7. I think that's pretty close,
that's
Joe,
not
on the
4
scoreboard.
yards.
Well, I'm guessing as he's walking up.
Well, the marker gives him 2, so let's split the difference and give him 3.
It says.
Don't look what it says. Look at the marker.
I see what.
Mind your way or something?
No, you're not in my way at all. Looking to hand the ball. Oh,
nothing doing there. I can tell you that for sure.
Loss of 2. Loss of 2. We'll do 3rd down and 10. And such speed on the corner by the Griffins. You can't go left, you can't go right.
They know who's getting the ball. Play action. Birch had no chance to get that motor going there.
10:32 left here
Big
in the 4th.
3rd down.
And they need to get some points.
Well, you say they're playing for a field goal.
I think they might take a field goal, because if you get another field goal, you tie it up. You get a
Let's
touchdown, you win.
that they're not kicking a field goal.
Beginning of
here.
the 4th quarter, I think you're kicking a field
They're
goal.
not
Here we
kicking
go.
a field goal.
Anyways, 3rd down and 10, looking to come in.
Double pass,
and he's there. Goes right side, and he's going to be
not
short
underthrown. That's a touchdown.
of a first down. Should be 4th down and 2 on the double pass, going to the left side to
Carver back to Haverstick.
That's his first pass attempt.
Carver, that's his second. He's 2
good.
for 2. He punted. 4th down. Oh, they're going for it here. Hard count, maybe.
They will actually have a timeout to think about this one.
Absolutely, that means they're
talk
going for it. You think they're kicking a field goal now?
Yes. City Series football here on APS 15, supported by Career Education Department.
Cafe, they're not.
Akron students have access to over 1,000 different apprenticeships and can earn national credentials in career education programs before they graduate from high school. For more information, apscareers.com. I'm not going to let you read it because you disagree with me. But I think if you take the field goal, here's the reasoning for the field goal. Take the field goal, you get in good position again, you can kick another one and tie it up. If you score a touchdown, you can take the lead significantly.
Do you see a field goal kicker warming up?
I do not see a field goal kicker warming up.
Oh, boy. It's because he's out there, right? Is that what you're going to tell me?
Hey,
here's one really, guys. I was watching that Arizona USC game because I couldn't sleep and it was on real late at night, Pac-12 after dark.
I'm not sure.
And they called a timeout right as the guy's kicking it, and he kicks it good, and then it ends up being a. Oh my gosh, they're kicking the field goal.
I don't see a field goal.
Come on, they're not.
4th down and 2.
Watch the hard count here.
9:45 left here on the clock here in the 4th. Bringing motion
Shotgun.
up, Birch to the right side. Haverstack, hard count. Birch comes back in, looking to roll left, looking to roll right. Haverstack looks to throw. If he caught it, he's still short. And he is short. He throws it. They need 2. He throws it for 1. We're going the other way with the Griffins.
Did he catch
with the
it?
ball.
He did catch it. It was just a bad throw, and it was just he had to dive for it. He couldn't dive for it.
Really hard left. And almost too much to throw himself off.
He gunned it low and away, and he needed to float that thing out there. It goes for 1. I mean, in the pass, why throw a 1-yard pass? Well, the play's designed to get him the ball in space, and it looks like he had a little room to the outside. He just couldn't stay on his feet because of the low throw.
So up 6 here in the 4th. The Griffins take over, but deep in their own territory. Hand the ball off left. They're out of their own territory now. Sam's pushing and pushing. And he's going to get 20 yards on the carry and go out at the 30-yard line.
I don't know what they've done, but they've solved this Ellett defense.
Wow, what a play by Sam's. As they had only 3 plays over 20 yards on the ground, and we'll add a 4th one. And the running attack has been exactly that, a big attack in chunks.
You surprised they threw on 4th down there?
Well, yeah, because I expected a field goal. So running again. 1st down and 10. Let's do another
can't
first
get him
down
down.
and 10. He's going to get 13 yards on the carry. Does Marnell Turner.
No, that was Juan Decatur, his first run of the game.
Juan Decatur.
Yeah, 21.
21.
You couldn't see it because he had 6 guys on his back.
Oh, he's spinning like everybody else out of the backfield.
I'll tell you what, this Buchtel rushing attack has said, hello, we're here.
Are the Orangemen coming at him on that defensive line? Maybe too much rushing, I don't know. They got to stop it here. Another big run for 7.
That was Sam's again.
Sam's is, when you can get 20, 13, 7 on 1st down.
Watch the point of attack, the line of scrimmage. Do you remember Ellett at the beginning of this game? Rucker could hardly get a handoff to somebody. Now this line is just firing out.
And they get another good push, and he continues moving forward. He'll get 5 yards and a 1st down.
And the thing I like about Buchtel, they're not sweeping outside anymore. They're going right at this Ellet Orangemen defense.
And the Orangemen need a stop. They can't give up another score. 1st down and 10 from the 46. Into Ellett territory are the Griffins. Both teams 3-0 here in the City Series. And a deciding game with this matchup. Rutger under center with Tyler Flynn at the bottom of your screen. He ain't gonna get it. They're gonna hand the ball off again because it's such a big attack. Going right up the center. He's at the 20 and going out at the 10-yard line.
Tuck Hayden again.
35 yards. Similar thing he did before, but for 45. And he runs right into the heart of these Orangemen fans and puts them in great field position.
It is the left side of the Buchtel offensive line domination time right now. They're going that way every time.
1st and goal from the 10.
They're running behind big Sterling
This is your
Ford.
series. You let him in, you're done. You keep him out, you got a chance. Sam gets hit in the backfield, but still gets 2 yards and gets to the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
And this Ellett defense looks gassed. They had him in the backfield.
Sam's has been a great runner, just carrying people, and then Tuck Hayden has had big yards. And then they've mixed in a couple other runners here and there to get everybody a little bit of rest at different times. 7:30 left here in the 4th. The Griffins knocking on the door, up 6 here. He rolls right, has a man there wide open, and he has a touchdown.
Wide
Rucker,
open.
6 yards out, goes to Juan DeCanter, and it makes it 26-14. And the party has ended here on the Ellett sidelines as people are packing up.
Well, here's the key, partner. Right after they get that score to go ahead, Buchtel comes right back. And remember, Ellett with a chance to go in and tie, possibly take the lead on 4th down. At the 11, they get 1 yard. So Buchtel, in a matter of about 2 minutes, goes 90 yards for the score. All on the ground except that last one.
And they're going to look to kick an extra point. We have some sort of problem getting people in, and they're going to take a timeout because they don't have the personnel to kick the extra point. So, yay for the Orangemen. Not able to make any stops on that drive. While we have the break, want to let you know City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public School Career Education, where adult vocational services have been providing career training to adult learners for over 55 years. Over 350,000 people have enrolled in these customized programs designed to meet the ever-changing needs of Akron area business, industry, and government. For more information, apscareers.com. Well,
the Griffins have solved their turnover issues here in the 4th quarter. And in the second half, partner, they have ran the ball exceptionally well. They've only thrown it 2 times very effectively for 12 yards and a touchdown. But the key has been this Buchtel running game, almost 150 yards of rushing yards in the second half so far.
Looking to set up the extra point.
That's drilled
This
through.
one is up and good. And they take a 27-14 lead off of a Rucker pass to DeCanter from 6 yards out.
Well, still 7-14, and that is enough time for 2 scores, but Ellett going to have to do it more quickly than they're conventionally accustomed to in this situation. Going to have to air it out a little bit more, or going to have to get a big play here quickly if they want a chance to get back in this one.
Well, we haven't talked yet, Joe, kind of our career education player of the game, as Joe will have that at the end of this game. Certainly, as we came into the 4th quarter here, it was really up in the air score-wise, but we've been able to have a little clearer view now with a 2-score lead, with the Griffins playing great football here in the second half, running the ball well, and a defense that has been very strong and quick, and now an offensive line showing their strength.
Well, Brandon Tuck Hayden's been a great burst on 3 carries and 2 of them big gainers, but still they keep going back to Mr. Sams. Marquis Sams has been the man for them, up to 118 yards now with a touchdown, and really running left on that offensive line, running behind Pickett, Cunningham, and those guys. They're just dominating here in the second half.
Pick it up at the 15-yard line.
That's
Comes
what you
right
need.
up the center, and the kicker takes them down at the 45-yard line.
That's exactly what you need if you're the Orangemen. Great return by
Jacob Ivory with a 30-yard return.
Great field position.
First down and 10. They spotted at the 44. 7:08 left here in the fourth quarter. And now Haverstick's got to lead this group of men into the end zone. Nothing short will do, as now certainly in 4 down territory. He's in the shotgun. 3 wide. And he rolls left. Has a man there on the flat. Gets it there, but has caught and out of bounds. But you gain 0 yards. You gained 1 yard on the pass to Birch.
Yeah.
They're covering it deep.
As well they should.
Kind of getting into more predictable play calling we've seen here into a law. Haven't had that surprise
that does
fake
stop the
play.
clock. That is one good thing.
That is true. 7:03. And 3 wide now as he's in the backfield on his own. Haverstick takes it. Looking, I'm sorry, not on his own. Releases it out, comes through. This is a nice play. Breaks the tackle and will be just short of a first down as they release and allow Mitchell Carver to receive the pass at the line of scrimmage, and he gains 9 on the yards after the catch. Sets up a 3rd and short situation. Third down and 1. 6:39 here in the fourth. They're getting back into this game here. The Orangemen crowd right below us here in the press box, looking to hand the ball off. That's a first down for sure by Birch on the 3-yard carry.
Had to get that.
They get to the 44-yard line of the Griffins, and that moves the chains. Allows them to keep going, but we're going to need more creative play calling as we saw them to get the 9-yard gain going to Mitchell Carver.
Orangemen still have 2 timeouts, but the clock not on their side here as we're inside 6 minutes, almost inside 6 minutes.
Rolling right, pressure coming, picked up over the
he's
middle,
got a
has
man
a man
open.
there, but he throws it short, in and out of the hands of the Griffins, which should have been an interception, but vastly underthrown.
That would have did
Pass
it right
intended
there.
to Carver again. If he had put the amount of mustard on there, we would have had a hot dog party because we would have had a touchdown, that's for sure. Just kind of short-armed it. Had good pickup
That hung
by
up
the
there.
offensive line as the blitz was coming to his left side.
Hung up there like a punt.
Not that windy out from what I can see. So just poorly thrown. Gets another opportunity now, 2nd and 10. Great play calling that last one. Can he do it again? Looking for the same thing. Looking left side. Looking to go over the top. But this time the throw is on, but the player is not there.
That's what he needed last time.
You had that last time, you get 6 points. This time you got 2 incompletes, and now 3rd down and 10. And oh boy time is what I call it. You had 2 good shots. The first one, a beautiful look, underthrown. That one, a good throw, but not the right route.
It's tough when you ask the young sophomore to manage the game. He's done a decent job of that.
Now you
turned
need
it over
10.
a couple times, but now you're asking him. You're putting his hands, asking him to make plays. Tough to do. We'll see if he can do it though. Down 2 scores here.
As motion, Birch coming to the top of your screen. He's going to stop there to block. Pressure coming right side. He gets rid of it
Nothing
and
there.
throws it away. 4th down and 10. 3 incomplete passes.
They were all over Birch there. You could tell they were looking for him coming across the field. They sent him in motion one way, drug him back, but nice coverage led by Derek Harvey Jr. Not fooled. This Buchtel defense stays strong. Now this essentially is do or die time here for the Orangemen.
You need 10 yards, so the Griffins will play with a little bit of cushion, but still come after the quarterback, Haverstick, if they can. Coming after the
Try to
sophomore.
hit maybe a post here or a slant, something.
Wide receivers on the both sides. You got to make the catch, though. Here we go. 4th down and 10. Looking right. Throws it right. Into coverage. Has a man there. Can he make the catch?
I think he got it. No! They say no. Man, that was a well-thrown ball there.
Into coverage, though. One-on-one coverage, I'll give you that. But that'll turn it over with 5:39 here in the fourth quarter. And now the Griffins just need to keep that clock a-moving. And they'll keep a groove into a victory if they can do it.
Ball was intended for break and just couldn't come down with it inbounds.
And we saw this before. They were able to have a good punt, and then they were able to get a fumble. They need that now because you know the Griffins are going to be running the ball. Can you get that fumble?
Got to try to strip it one more time. The difference is they have not been getting nearly the same penetration that they were getting earlier.
Got to put your hand on the four-leaf clover out there to try and get some luck on your side. Sams comes through. This isn't lucky. Right up the center, and he's still running at the 30, the 20, stutter step, drag down at the 8-yard line. And oh boy, 42, 48 yards, yeah. That is unlucky. 48 yards down to the 8-yard line.
And what Buchtel has done is they went big. They went big. They went with their big package up front. Have gotten as big on the line as they have, and they've just run right behind those guys here in the second half. Great adjustment by the Griffins. Center O'Shea Foster doing a great job.
5:23. Continuing to run, moving forward. He'll get 5.
Tuck Hayden that time.
And it seems like every time they run it, Joe, it's at minimum 5, if not 10, 20, 45.
I know we mentioned this in the open, but we said which one of these front 7 are going to make the difference. And really both defenses have bent but not broke, stay strong. This is the Buchtel offensive line has been the difference here, and their ability to hang on the football more in the second half.
Past 5 rushes for Sam, almost 80 yards in 5 rushes. Runs through this way and into the end zone. There's the sign at the bottom, and the sign says they're going to get another victory here in the City Series as they get in for a touchdown. That one going to DeCanter.
Number 29, DeAndre Andrus back in the ball game.
DeAndre Andrews in for the touchdown.
They make you pay attention, don't they?
33-14, and that'll send everyone home unhappy on this side of the grandstands. Looking to set up where the extra point now, 4:35. Kick is up, good pressure coming through, but it is through the uprights and away. So 34-14, and now the piñata's been broken. The party's over.
And
we know the outcome.
The score doesn't really show it. This was a close ball game, but it's like Buchtel, a team that we're used to delivering. Let's use a boxing reference. This might date us, but remember how Mike Tyson used to box? You were always waiting for the knockout punch. Not a pure technician, but just a crushing left hand and a right uppercut. He was always one punch away. That's how Buchtel, in many years past, they used to operate. They'd be one big play. This Buchtel team did it more of the Ellett style. Pound the football, This is a team, this is the boxer that wears you down. And instead of that first round knockout, well, they got one in the 8th or 9th round this time. They kept going to the body blows. And really, they've won the game, not outside like they normally do, between the tackles where they've ran the ball in the second half north-south. Ellett's had no answer for their size and speed and strength up front.
Turning from the 10, he'll get it to the 28-yard line.
You know, that being said, Ellett would love to have. They got the 1 4th down conversion when they were trailing by 6 with a 4th and 2 play where they threw the little backside screen, and it looked like Birch had real estate, but the low throw by Haverstick couldn't advance. All the air went out of the balloon. Then a 90-yard drive in a couple of minutes, and that's all she wrote, partner. Buchtel saw the chance to take it, made a couple plays defensively, and then they have just ran the football great here in the second half.
And you see that defense coming in, a loss of 2 on the carry. And the clock continues to run, sets up 2nd and 12.
Yeah, Ivory on the carry, nothing doing again for him. 18 carries for Ivory on the day, 72 yards. Clavon Birch has carried it 19 times for 81 yards. That's right.
Just skill to fly. This guy. Is that this guy? Yeah.
Fumble.
Ball's out. What's the ruling going to be? I thought he was down.
Nope.
Nope. And it is going to be a fumble recovery.
So that's going to be a reception for break, and then a bad break as the ball's popped. Looked like the helmet was right on the football.
People say, once you get that lead, you're it feels to me like Buchtel's now running downhill. They got the second touchdown. They got the touchdown to go up 20-14. After they had that second touchdown, everything was going their way. Running the ball was a breeze. They can come down here. They do it again, run the ball with big plays, get the fumble recovery, they make the fourth down stop. Just everything there as the string has come unraveled here pretty quickly.
I didn't mean to elbow you, partner.
Just elbow to the head. I'm going to get a personal foul up here in the press box. Run the ball left side. And still off and going. He'll have 15 yards on the carry. And I believe that is Turner.
That was Turner.
Thanks.
No problem. I do what I can. This is like a completely different game than what we saw earlier, isn't it?
Very much so, yes. It doesn't, although they're in orange and blue, it doesn't look like we're watching Ellett here this past quarter.
They're taking time off the clock now.
Continuing to run. Hands the ball off right side. Through the line and into the end zone.
Turner again.
Turner makes it 40-14 with 3:10.
And I
know it doesn't sound like it, folks. We were tied at 14 at one point.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's been no answer, and this is going to sound weird, but there's been no answer for, I'm going to call it strong side because they're running that way. They flipped them to the right this time, but there's been no answer for Samar Griffin at the right guard or at the strong guard and Marcus Cunningham, the 6'1", 320-pound junior. They've just run right behind those guys, and it doesn't matter who's running the football, guys. Do I need to pick an offensive tackle as the MVP of this game? Because I'm going to tell you what.
You might want to.
When you watch the film back, when you watch it back, just look who they're running behind. And they're running the ball between the tackles. And they found a formula. What Buchtel needs to hope is, hey, we went out and a bunch of teams above us lose in our region because it's going to be really hard to get in at 6-4 in their region. But playing like they are right now, with this defense and this running game.
Coach Yost showing some, I would say, some class, talking to his players as they come off. They're obviously frustrated.
Yeah, you can't just
frustrated, upset.
I mean,
you can add another more colorful language, I'm sure, down there on the sidelines.
20-14 going into the fourth quarter here. And it's been, and they were going in for the go-ahead score, so this score is not even close to reminiscent of a blowout, but I think they just got deflated, and it's not that they quit, but their defense has been on the field a heck of a lot too, and I think Buchtel just found where they have the edge, and they've just exploited that weakness, and Ellett's had no answer. It's amazing what confidence does. If Ellett scores there, they go up one. That puts a heck of a lot more pressure on Buchtel, who had problems holding on to the football early on the ball game, Dave. But
when you talk about possessions, they were able to come down and make a nice offensive stand in the first quarter. It seemed like they were going to do the same thing again, and they kind of stalled out at about the 16-yard line. They end up field goal that doesn't go in. So potentially you could have had 14-0 to start this game with the first two drives, and it's just kind of gone downhill from there. Whoa, we're going downhill into the seats. Watch out.
Birch continues to add on. As we said, 84 yards rushing. He's added another 50-plus on returns. He's definitely been the MVP on the Orangemen side of the football tonight. For the Griffins, it's been a slew of guys. Big plays on defense by Terrence Gaynor, an interception and with a fumble, causing a fumble. Tavares Bushner has not only had a fumble recovery, but also an interception tonight. The interior line, guys like O'Shea Foster, we mentioned him, has been big all night on the inside.
Looking to throw is Haverstick.
Just swarming to the football.
Throws 3 yards behind him, but we got a flag down.
Face mask.
Face mask against Buchtel.
Which will basically allow him to redo the play. And more than anything, what did we say Buchtel needed to clean up if they wanted a chance to win the City Series this year? Last game, if you remember, they had 100 plus, I think 100 yards in penalties. Tonight, 4 penalties. Now I understand the game has been called a little bit different, but 4 penalties for 30 yards. They're not going to lose very often. When you take care of the football, which they did not do, but they also forced turnovers too.
Well, they didn't take care of the football, but no one really made them paid for it either. Slipping there was the DB on the pass as he was still
you can't tell
inbounds.
we're out of bounds.
Still inbounds.
Good
But
gainer.
Tavares Bushner fell, allowing Carver to pick up the first down and move the chains forward into Buchtel territory. 2:30 left here in the fourth quarter. The sideline here wanting a hit afterwards, and I think they're gonna get that from the coaching staff.
I think you're gonna get a sideline penalty on Ellett.
They wanted it hard.
Yep.
And
Ejection, I think.
he's in his ear the whole time, and he's pushing him back. Someone came on the sideline.
Pointing at one of the Ellett players. I think he ejected one of the Ellett players.
Coaches.
No? Yeah. And just a sideline warning. No, so there's no penalty. That's the old you got pulled over, but the officer let you off with a warning, which I wouldn't know anything about.
Still waiting for that first time.
Yeah, waiting for it.
I'm sure Mrs. Buchansky has a couple.
Oh,
of those,
she's had several warnings. Double standard? I think not. She would just say she's a better driver.
Just a fine lady, that's all. Hands the ball off, bobbled it, getting it, but keeps it. And Birch is going to get 8 on the carry. 2nd down and 2.
$20 carries now for Birch, 92 yards rushing. And he needs to go straight to the ice bath because he runs hard and he's taken a lot of licks, but he hasn't had a problem hanging on to the football tonight like a lot of other people.
Haverstick looking left, has his eyes glued on that wide receiver. He's got a step, but he threw him behind. He turns around, but he can't hold on. Great footwork there by Carver to turn, keep both feet in bounds, gets his hands on the ball, but just can't hold on as he falls out of bounds with it. Would have been a completion had he held on to it.
Yeah, Haverstick 8 for 14, only 42 yards passing now.
And I'm not, we're nitpicking here on the sophomore, but hasn't had great placement. Had guys open, wasn't able to get there. That one had a man open. Had he thrown it farther inside, the wide receiver could have cut across to get it, or even put it farther down the sideline. Just needs to hit the window needed.
Again, their passing game is predicated off of play action, and it's just not going to be. It's just not. Yeah, first down.
Birch will get 3 for the first down.
It's not going to be. It's predicated on play action, where they got the first touchdown on the play action game, but too many 3rd and long situations, and really their offense has not been the issue. Their offense has played all in all good enough to win the football game. Their defense was dominant at the beginning of the game, but it wore down late, and Buchtel took full advantage.
Harrison looking again. This one again bobbled, but catches it and in the end zone. A bad play, but bad ball thrown, but Mitchell Carver able to adjust and catch it in between the safety and the cornerback and gets in for a touchdown, makes it 41-20.
In traffic, that one delivered.
That one going to be a 30-yard pass from Haverstick.
To Carver.
To Carver, as you said. That was like my .com. I'll set it up. You tell me who caught it.
That's Carver's second touchdown reception of the night. He's 4 receptions for 57 yards and 2 scores for Carver. What happened to that defensive struggle, partner?
Looking to kick this one up high in the air.
Left footer, man, just like me.
Gets it in there. 1:17 left here in the fourth. And they put 3 scores up. Unfortunately, they're still 3 scores down. As it has been a tough quarter here for the Orangemen. As they'll kick it off to the Griffins, who will basically take about 3 knees to get them out of this game. Now they do have 2 timeouts for the Orangemen, but I'd be surprised. Who did we see? Was it 2 weeks ago? They were using timeouts and the game was
tried
over.
to take that out of my.
Oh. Some point at a coach, you gotta say, hey, guys, we played our best, and it just wasn't good enough, and that's gonna happen. Oh,
loser,
boy.
loser.
Both of our alumni. Kent McKinley down to, was it Perry?
Yeah.
And the North Canton Hoover Vikings down to Central Catholic.
Boardman gets their first win of the win. One of the year.
Anytime you can beat Jackson, that's good, in my book.
No argument there.
I had a lot of friends that went to Jackson, but I still didn't like their athletically. The rivalry was still
sure.
there.
That was the big rivalry.
Setting up the onside kick. Here we go. Let's see.
Yeah, I got to try it.
Might as well practice.
We got the 2 guys. Who's going to kick it?
All right, hits at the 6, jumps up,
Oh.
caught. High catch by Sams.
That's the appropriate guy to recover
He
it.
gets it back to the 40. They get a net
I've seen
kick
an
of 1 yard.
onside kick return for a touchdown. Just one that bounced like that, and he just ran up and got it.
Here's the thing: it's tough because as a kick team, you're waiting for it to get to 10, but you still got to be able to tackle. But the ball's bouncing all crazy all everywhere. Even though you practice it, it's always different on this turf because there's been a whole game. The game's been played. It's not just a practice. They're looking to set up. Minute 14, up 20.
So Buchtel going to get a lot of points here tonight. And more importantly, going to be up ahead. New quarterback in.
Yep. Let's see here. That is Bryce Taylor. Bryce Taylor, the sophomore, 6'1", 200 pounds.
Boy, Buchtel is sitting 17th in their region. In a really tough region. I mean, Hoban's 12th in their region at 5-2. But they'll hop up around there. They'll hop
15,
up to around 12.
14. I was going to say 12, but if Hoban's there, that's why I was guessing a little lower at like 14.
They're going to hop up to around. And there's some teams around behind them that are playing each other, but they're in the same division as Talmadge, St. V's. And St. V's isn't as good as usual. Reverse, and this one, he does get outside.
He does. Big play.
That's a block
first
in the
down.
back.
And there's the flag down.
Let's just.
Because it makes total sense with 17 seconds left. Not really.
Let's see who Buchtel has left on their schedule.
I'm surprised they haven't taken a knee.
Well, Ellett, North, and Kenmore, so not many points to be had, but so the playoffs look bleak for both of these teams. But the City Series championship looks real good right now for Buchtel, as all they'll have to do is take care of North and Kenmore, 2 of the bottom teams in the series. And it looks like, do we got to run another play, or can we just call it? We'll just call it right now. Buchtel wins going away here.
And they do with a score of 41-21. as they were able to come out certainly here in the second half and distance themselves with some great runs. They had, let's see here, a 45-yarder, then followed up by a 45-yarder by Tuck Hayden, then followed up by a 35-yarder by Sams. And then Rucker was able to pass it to Cantor for 6 yards out to make it 27. And just continuing to score all over for the Buchtel Griffins as they're able to move on to 4-0 in the City Series. They'll move to 500 overall, 4-4. On the other end, the Orangemen will move to 6-2 and 3-1 in the City Series, as the loss will take them out of contention unless Buchtel has a slip up somewhere else. They control their own destiny by winning out and pretty much should secure a City Series championship for themselves if they continue to play at this high level. But Ellett played a good game, but got beat kind of at their own game in the second half by a team that was just running the ball, being effective, getting turnovers, and not making any mistakes.
Yeah, special mention, as we mentioned, the Buchtel Griffins, great win for them. They stay undefeated in the City Series. Special mention to Marquise Cunningham, O'Shea Foster, Samara Griffin, these guys up front that just took over the game in the second half. Got a great change of pace in the second half from Brandon Tuck Hayden, who was not only a monster on defense, but he ran it 4 times for 81 yards. But the City Series player of the game today, the career education player of the game, goes to Marquise Sams. 16 carries, 166 yards, a touchdown on the ground, and over 100 yards of those 200 rushing yards came from Sams alone, with 3 huge plays of 20 yards or more in the second half. Congratulations to him and that Buchtel Griffins defense, who has been stout all year, as they go on to look to recapture the reign of City Series champion, and they make a huge step in doing that tonight.
Sam's our career education player of the game. Career education, we can choose from 30 different career education programs. For more information, apscareers.com. Want to thank all of those that helped make this possible, from our executive producer, Ryan Dumont, our cameraman upstairs, Peter George, Dave Schick, Joe Buchansky, and of course we want to thank all of those that help the Akron Public Schools be the Akron Public Schools, and that's our staff, our students, and our parents at home like you. We want to say thank you and good night.